My beloved students, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to continue our lesson, the concert. If you are able to recall, we studied about a boy, a cancer patient, Anant. This story is about this cancer patient Anant, his sister Smita, and we also know that he was staying with his father and mother. Actually, the family belonged to Gaganpur and they moved to Bombay for better treatment because they believed in miracles of modern science. They believed that using modern science, medical science, they would cure Anant. And we also came to know that Anant was a talented boy. He was the best table tennis player. He was good in athletics, then good at studies, and he was learning sitar along with his sister. But his special quality was he was able to compose his own tunes, which greatly surprised his teacher. That was his achievement. But this Anant was diagnosed with cancer, and when he was admitted to Bombay hospital, doctors finally declared that he could not be kept in the hospital. They told him to go home and give him all the things he needed. And his condition was growing worse day by day. One day when Smita read a newspaper report reading Pandit Ravi Shankar's sitar concert, this boy, compelled his parents to take him to the concert. But his condition was very bad. It was hardly possible for them to take him to the concert. And Smita, who felt very bad at him, very bad at that situation, because every time they used to go to the concert together, but she refused to go to the concert in the beginning. When she wept and felt very sad, her aunt Sushila told her to go to the park and relax for a while. I think we studied up to this part. Today I am going to continue the remaining part. Let us see what happens, whether he attends the concert or not. What is Smita's role in the upcoming part of the story. So I covered up to 7th paragraph. Today I am going to start from the 8th paragraph. Take out your textbook and follow it up. In the park, now Smita is in park. In the park, people were walking, running, playing ball, doing yogic exercises, feeding the ducks and eating roasted gram and peanuts. Smita felt alone in their midst. She was lost in her thoughts. So Smita went to park for some relaxation, and there she saw people were walking, running, playing ball, doing yogic exercises, feeding the ducks which were there. They were eating roasted gram. Gram refers to, in Kannada we call it kadle, and peanuts, right? Kadlekai, another kind of gram. Smita felt alone in their midst. Though there were many people who were moving around, she felt very lonely in their midst, in the middle of all those people. She was lost in her thoughts. Though she was seeing all these scenes, her mind was thinking about her brother, her dying brother. That was Anant. Suddenly a daring thought came to her mind, and as she hurried home, she said to herself, why not? There is no harm in trying it. So suddenly, all of a sudden, a daring thought, daring refers to brave, bold, some idea, some thought came to her mind, and hurried home. She walked home hurriedly, and while going, she asked herself, she thought, why not? Why can't I use this idea? There is nothing wrong in that. There is no harm in trying it. Let me give a try. Let me make an attempt. Let's see. What is that idea? What must be that idea? It would be nice to go to the concert. I don't know when we'll get another opportunity to hear Pandit Ravi Shankar, she said to her mother later, and her father agreed to get the tickets. See, before going to the park, Smita refused to go to the concert. Mother told her, without Anant you go to concert, no problem. Next time we will take him. But Smita disagreed. But after coming back from the park, Smita had changed her mind. She said she will attend the concert because such concerts are not found so easily. And her father agreed to bring tickets. The next day, as Smita and her father were leaving for the concert, her brother smiled and said, "Enjoy yourself." Though the words came out in painful gasps. Next day, while she was going, brother wished her, and he said, "Enjoy yourself." He was unable to speak properly, and he said, "Lucky you." Lucky you refers to you are very lucky. I am unfortunate, he said. Sitting beside her father in the gallery, Smita heard, as in a dream, the thundering welcome the audience gave the great master. So they entered the hall, Shanmugananda auditorium, and she was sitting right next to her father. And in the beginning itself, when the musicians entered, they received a thundering welcome. What is meant by thundering? Thundering welcome refers to loud welcome, loud applauses and claps. Then the first notes came over the air, and Smita felt as if the gates of enchantment and wonder were opening. Then started the music. Internationally acclaimed, experienced master of sitar, Pandit Ravi Shankar, started playing sitar, and Smita at once felt that the gates of enchantment, gates of pleasure, extreme happiness, the gates of extreme happiness opened. She felt as if she stepped into a new world of melody and music. The music was so beautiful, so melodious. Spellbound, she listened to the unfolding ragas, the slow plaintive ones, the fast twinkling ones, but all the while the plan she had decided on the evening before remained firmly in her mind. So, she spellbound. Spellbound refers to the magical one. She was spellbound is a situation where you become speechless. So that melody created so much magic that she was wonderstruck by the music. And she heard slow plaintive notes of the unfolding ragas. Ragas were being played one after the another, folding, unfolding. And she heard the plaintive notes. Plaintive refers to sad notes. After that, the sitarist started fast twinkling ones. You know how the sitar is played. But all the while, she was thinking about the plan which she had decided that evening, remained firmly in her mind. That means she had come to that concert with a plan. She had some plan in her mind. The chance of a lifetime, she heard Anand's voice in every beat of the tabla. When Ustad Allah Rakha, the tabla player, was, creating magic on tabla, that each beat of tabla reminded Smita of Anand's dialogue, Anand's words, chance of a lifetime, that came to her mind repeatedly. The concert came to an end, and the audience gave artists a standing ovation. The audience were so much excited after the concert that they gave a standing ovation. Ovation refers to applause, clapping. Standing ovation, see, highest form of appreciation. They stood and clapped. A large mustachioed man made a long boring speech, then followed the presentation of a bouquet, then more applause, and curtain came down. The people began to move towards the exits. So here, after the concert, there is a thanksgiving ceremony, giving memento and all that. A large mustachioed man, mustache refers to this one. A man with large mustache, thick mustache, gave a long boring speech, Then followed after that presentation of bouquets. Bouquets, you know, neatly arranged flowers, bunch of flowers. So flowers, then applause, then again people clapped and the curtain came down, the show ended. People began to move towards the exit. Exit opposite, enter. Now was the time. For what it was the time? Now was the time. To go home? Was she going home? Was she prepared to go home? No. This was the right time to execute her plan, to realize her plan. What was that? Smita wriggled her way through the crowds towards the stage. See, the auditorium was crowded. You know how it is when the show ends. But still, Smita wriggled. She bent herself in the middle of the crowd and she tried to move to somewhere. Where? Then she went up the stairs, up the steps that led to the wings, her heart beating loudly. She was going near the stage and she was going to the steps and to the wings. Wings refers to the stage, the side places of the stage. Her heart beating loudly. Why was her heart beating loudly? That is, she was nervous. She was scared of something. She was nervous, we can say. In the wings, a small crowd had gathered to talk about the evening concert, to help carry bouquets, teacups and instruments. She went behind the curtains. Behind the curtains, some musicians and artists circled there and they were talking to each other. What were they talking? They were planning evening concert. Probably this concert was held in the morning. They were planning for, arrangement of evening concert. Then he was there standing with the man who played the tabla for him, the great wizard of music, Ustad Allah Rakha. He was there. Smita saw him. He refers to Pandit Ravi Shankar was there along with the man who played tabla for him, music wizard. Wizard refers to a person who is good at some field. Here, tabla. So, wizard of music, Ustad Allah Rakha. Her knees felt weak. They were just a step away from her, but Smita's knees felt very weak and her tongue dry. What is meant by somebody's knees feeling weak? Knee pain, joint pain? No. Knees feeling weak refers to she was extremely nervous and her tongue was dry. When we are scared and our fear increases, our tongue dries out. But she went up, but still she went up and standing before them, her hands folded, "Oh sir," she burst out. She went before them, stood before them, her hands folded, "Oh sir," she burst out. She said everything all of a sudden. She immediately started telling something. Yes, he asked questioningly but kindly. Pandit Ravi Shankar said, yes, dear girl. He asked questioningly but kindly. And a story came pouring out, the story of her brother who lay sick at home and of how he longed to hear him and the Ustad play. So now Smita told the story of her brother and his wish, how he was facing every day, with the difficulty and all that. And this story came pouring out. Pouring out means one after the other. She went on telling the incident and how he longed to hear him. She also said that Ananta has a great desire to hear him, but unfortunately he is not able to attend this concert. Little girl, said the mustachioed man who had made the long speech, "Panditji is a busy man. You must not bother him with such requests." But that mustachioed man, probably he was an organizer or manager or something. He said that, "Dear girl, Pandit Ravi Shankar is a busy man. He is having several commitments, several concerts. You should not bother him. You should not disturb him by your requests." But Pandit Ravi Shankar smiled and mentioned him to be quiet. So Pandit Ravi Shankar silenced him. He turned to Ustad Sahib and said, "What shall we do, Ustad Sahib?" So by now you understood What was Smita's plan? What was it? Her plan was to invite these two artists to her house. See how a sister is showing concern to his brother. Chance of a lifetime, he said. She caught that word, very strongly, and now she got ready to request those two great musicians. Now he said, what shall we do, Ustad Sahib? Pandit Ravi Shankar asked Ustad Allah Rakha. The Ustad moved the wad of pan from one cheek to another. Tomorrow morning we perform for the boy. Yes? He said. So Ustad was chewing pan, betel leaf, pan, and when you chew pan, it turns like a ball, right? That's called wad. He was moving that wad of pan from one corner of the mouth to another, and he said, tomorrow morning we perform for the boy. We shall go to his house and we shall perform for that boy. Ustad Allah Rakha said, yes, Panditji. Yes, Panditji replied, it is settled then. So they gave final answer to Smita. They said, it is settled then. What is settled then? Performing before Anant is fixed tomorrow. It was a very excited Smita who came home late that night. Anant was awake, breathing the oxygen from the cylinder. So by evening she reached home and she was excited. See, before attending the concert, her mindset was different. She was very sad and she was lost in her thoughts. And she had a doubt whether she will be successful in her attempt or not. But after coming from the concert, she was excited. Anant was awake, breathing from his oxygen cylinder. Did you hear him? He whispered. So in that condition also, he wanted to know how the concert was. Did you hear him? I did, she replied. And I spoke to him also. And he'll come tomorrow morning with the tabla ustad and they will play for you. She said, I not only attended the concert, but also spoke to him. You know what I have done? I have convinced them, requested them to come to our house and play for you. You missed that concert, so don't feel bad, my brother. They will come to our house and play before you. So, and the following morning, Aunt Sushila's neighbors saw two men getting out of a taxi which pulled up outside their block. Next morning, Sushila's neighbors saw two men getting down from the taxi which was stopped outside their block, outside their building, flat building. They could not believe their eyes. Aunt Sushila's neighbor could not believe their eyes, could not believe what they were seeing. They saw great sitarist and great tabla player getting down from the taxi at their doorsteps. It's not possible, they said. See, it was a surprise for them. Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Rakha went up the wooden staircase and knocked softly on the door of Aunt Sushila's apartment. So they took all their instruments, they walked up the stairs, knocked the door, entered the apartment. They went in, sat down on the divan by the window and played for the boy. They entered the house, sat on the divan. Divan refers to wooden furniture, and played for the boy, surrounding him with a great and beautiful happiness as life went out of him gently, very gently. They started playing, and they started playing very beautiful music, melodious music, which Anant was hearing from his bed. He was lying down, and as they played in the middle of the concert, Anant's life went out of him. What is the meaning? Anant's life went out of him. He breathed his last. He was no more. Went out of him gently, very gently. Slowly, very slowly, Anant passed away. So, in this way, it's a true story. The textbook says It's a true story. Except musicians' names, other names have been changed. So in this way, we see Smita struggling for to make her brother's last wish come true, right? And we also studied that Smita's love, affection, and how she fulfilled her brother's last wish. And we have to learn from musicians also. These musicians, though they were internationally famous, though they were very busy, they got ready to, they agreed to come to Anant's house. Usually people go to concert. Here musicians came to Anant because Smita convinced them meaningfully and so well that they got ready. And these musicians were so humble. Usually people promise so many things, but they don't do it later. These musicians could have cheated her. They could have said, now you go, we will see tomorrow. I have to see my schedule and I will tell you, I will telephone you. They could have replied. But on the spot itself, they got ready to come to their house. They said next morning they will come, and they kept up their promise. They lived up to their words. And they came there very next day and played for Anant, and finally his last wish was fulfilled. He passed away very happily, very happily. All he wanted was his favorite musician's music, and while it was being played, he passed away. So this is the lesson, the concert of Ustad Allah Rakha and Pandit Ravi Shankar. So thank you very much for being with me in this YouTube class. See you next time. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Thank you.